Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book Positive Discipline, the classic guide to helping children develop self-discipline, responsibility, cooperation, and problem-solving skills by Jane Nelsen EDD. As parents, we've all at some point been frustrated by the bafflement caused by the actions or attitude of our children. Most mornings begin with the same battle of trying to get them out of bed and telling them to get ready for school or whatever it is we have planned for the day, all in our attempt to get them out of the house on time. Even when they return from school, we are bombarded with constant arguments about homework, housework, and which toys to play with or even when to stop. When a child misbehaves, parents often threaten, yell, or in a fit of rage, beat and abuse their children. These methods are evidently not enjoyed by parents and certainly hated by the children. The more they are used, the less effective they become as a means of correcting the bad behavior of the children. When we hear ourselves yelling at our children, for the 100th time, "Do your homework before you watch TV," and realize that such method of correction is not working, we may feel helpless and discouraged, thinking that we can't find a better way to get them to listen. As a mother of 7, Jane Nelsen was once just like these types of parents who felt helpless, frustrated by parenting challenges and unable to experience the joys of motherhood. But then, she stumbled upon the methods of Alfred Adler, a psychologist from whom she learned practical tips on how to stop children from misbehaving and how to teach them self-discipline, responsibility, cooperation, and problem-solving, methods she found to be really effective and reliable. She wanted to share these ideas, and that lead to the publication of this book Positive Discipline, the classic guide to helping children develop self-discipline, responsibility, cooperation, and problem-solving skills. It teaches parents how to use a strategy that includes no yelling, screaming, hitting, or scolding to nurture a good child. To adequately explain the content of this book, we cover it in 3 parts. Part 1, What is positive discipline? Part 2, Using positive discipline to eliminate a child's bad behavior. Part 3, Using positive discipline to achieve cooperation between parents and children. Before we explain the concept of positive discipline in detail, let us first look at an example that many parents may have experienced. Imagine a mother getting up in the morning and asking her child, "Sweetheart, what do you want for breakfast?" And the child replies, "I want cereal." The mother then prepares the cereal and places it in front of the child, but then the child changes their mind and says, "Cereal isn't good, I don't want to eat it. I want to eat a sandwich." In this scenario, the mother who tends to pamper her child complies and says, "Okay, I'll make one for you." Now, if there is no bread in the house, such mother would rush to the store to buy some. While she is busily trying to meet her child's demands, she spoils the child so badly that they end up turning into little bullies. Now imagine another mother in the same scenario, but one who is strict and likes to control and punish her children. The first thing such a mother would do is try to convince her child by saying, "Cereal is so nutritious, it will make you taller." When the child is unimpressed, the mother may add raisins or honey or any other toppings to make the cereal look more appetizing. If the child still refuses to eat the cereal, the mother begins to lecture, "Just think of those starving children in Africa who can't afford to eat bread, let alone have cereal." At this point, if the child is still not convinced, the mother becomes completely infuriated and yells, "Fine, if you won't eat it, then starve." Unfortunately, the breakfast ends on a sour note. 2 hours go by, and the child made hungry from playing runs home to say he is starving, and the mother more concerned with being right than helpful begins her ridiculous lecture again, "I told you so, if you don't eat breakfast, you'll get hungry quickly." Both mentioned mothers most likely think their methods are the best parenting practices, but what would parents who use positive discipline do? When confronted with a child who won't eat their cereal, a mother who uses positive discipline would say, "Okay, but it's too late to make anything else now. You go out and play, and I'll see you at lunchtime." Speaking to the child in this manner, she does not eagerly comply with the kid's demands, nor does she try to persuade, lecture, or hit the child. Instead, she